What's this over here?
You never heard of grits?
Live on a Friday evening. I got 3 samples for y'all this evening. This beat right here is called Savory Grits off the album Diner at Dawn. Let's see what we got right here. So I got this first sample is a folk sample from Brazil, 1979. Let's see what we looking at. All right, I think I'm gonna pitch it down. Let's see here. See what it sounds like pitch down. Or maybe pitch it up. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, all right. So if I pitch it down and play it a little slower, I think we're golden. All right. There was another part in the sample too. Let's see what that was. Let me see what it sounds like pitched up though. I think that's a little too much right now. But I think that -2 works good. Maybe a little more down actually. Let's see if we go a little further down, like -8 perhaps. That might do it. Kind of like that. All right, so we had 95. Let's record that in. I bet. Let's loop that. If you just tuning in, this is Loopin Live. We got 3 samples for y'all tonight. Right now, this is a folk sample from Brazil, 1979. let's find a snare. Kind of like that one. Let's see. Good. All right, let's get a kick jumping in this thing. But no, this is a folk sample from Brazil, 1979. It's the first one for this evening. I got 3 for y'all. Let's see. Let's get a kick. Let's get it. We'll duplicate that joint over. Bet, let's get a hi-hat. We're gonna do 2. I'll add that one and then I'll do a more constant hi-hat. On a little hi-hat action. I think I like that pattern right there. Let's run with that. Hey, welcome in. If y'all just tuning in, it's the first sample of 3 this evening. This is a sample from Brazil, a folk sample, 1979. I think I hear a bass line. Let's see. I don't know if y'all make beats at all, but a lot of times I hear it, but I don't know what key that is in. So I'll export that joint into a key finder, and then I'll know what key it's in. So let's do that real quick. so that's gonna be, let's see, export track. Okay, so don't tell me then. So I'll solo that, and then we'll do it that way. G sharp minor, bet, let's get it. Let's find our bass first. You know when you start mumbling raps that you got something cooking. I think that's gonna work. About to have to cut some of that out on the highs. Hey, we got this folk sample from Brazil. Feeling a little dark. I'm rocking with it. Let's see if we can add some more sounds on here. Let's pull up. Alright, and then we need minor, scale, boom. Alright, let's find another sound. Tempos is 95. Let's see what these effects sound like. All right, this is a folk sample from Brazil, 1979. I'm about to save this, and let's see what we got on the next sample for this evening. This next one is a sample from the UK, an electronic music sample from 1981. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, that's kind of loud. Hey, okay, let's see what it sounds like pitched up real quick. All right, hold on. So I think I might hear a pattern, but let's pitch it down and see what it sounds like. All right, the high end sounds too crazy. Let's cut some of that out. About like, all right, let's go. What tempo is that? I think 107. Let's try it. No, that's way too fast. 99. All right. Yeah, let's run with that. Okay, I think I like that. All right, I'm gonna start with some hi-hats. We're gonna find one. We're gonna find a hi-hat. Alright, I hear a different style. Let's go. Let's run with that one. Alright, let's get a snare going in this thing. Alright, let's find a kick. you just tuning in, this is Loopin Live on a Friday night. This is an electronic music sample from the UK, 1981. I'm gonna redo those. Mr. 44, I appreciate you. I think we still need to cut a little bit. Alright, I might hear a bass, but let's find out what key this is real quick. Let's see what it say. A sharp minor, bet. Let's go. Let's see what bass plugin we're gonna use. I got this plugin called King of Bass. Let's see what it sounds like. All we gotta do is find a sound. So the thing I like about this plugin is it's got a dice on it, so I can go random and find a different sound. Don't like that one, so we find another one. Sometimes he sounds going crazy. That's the one bad thing about the dice. I'll have to hit it like 4 or 5 times. Alright, there's another plugin I think I want the bass from. It's called Bassalicious 2. I believe the original creator of the plugin is Rob Pabin or something like that. No, we need some more in that bass. Let's do a 808, matter of fact. Alright, that rumble's a little too much. Kind of like that rumble on that one. Record that in. Alright, let's add some little percussion, little bells and whistles on that thing. I think I hear a tambourine. Let's see. Let me turn it down a little bit. Alright, let's record that in. Hey. Alright, this was an electronic music sample from the UK 1981. I'm about to save it and let's see what other sample I got for y'all this evening. Matter of fact, let me see what these effects sound like. We're at 99 tempo. Hey. Alright, let's see what this last sample for this evening is. Alright, this last one is a jazz sample from Czechoslovakia. So if y'all don't know, that's Slovakia and the Czech Republic. Before they got okay, is it dark? Let's go. I chopped these up before the live. So we'll see what these sound like. All right, let's see what it sounds like sped up, and then we'll decide what we want to do. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? I think it sounds better slow down. All right, 85. Let's try it. Let's loop that. I think I hear the kick first. Let's see. Alright, let's tune this kick down a little bit. Let's run with that. I might add another kick in there, but alright, let's find a snare. Something darker feeling. Oh, that's too loud. My bad, y'all. That was too loud for me, so I know it's too loud for y'all. But how y'all doing tonight? I hope good. We out here just that snare don't got enough bite to it. Give me a little more. Let's see here. Let's see. Y'all know what snare that is? It's from a famous rapper song. Oh, I think that's the hi-hat right there. there was another part of the sample. Let me save this real quick. Copy these drums over. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let's see. That little woo the womb is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. That part's hard. Let's go. That's the part. Alright, I think we can go into the other part of the sample. Let's see. Mo Squad 213, what it do? How you living out here, dog? Alright, but how do we come back into this sample? So a thing I like to do when I'm chopping is we'll have parts of the sample that can tie into, like I'll have two patterns. One pattern a lot of times is for the chorus, and it'll sound like a lot like right here. But then how do we tie that back in, you know what I mean? You just sub because you like the way I look at you? That sounds crazy, dog. Hey, yo. I don't even know what that means. All I did was look at the phone. And you said on gang gang? That's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee to that. Daryl Matthews, I'm not mad at you, dog. Why would I be angry? Ain't nobody trying to be angry out here. Nobody got time to be angry. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna start. Let's go back and see the beats we made this evening so far, and let's see what y'all. Let me know which one y'all like better. All right, so we're gonna go with this first beat was from a folk sample from Brazil, 1979. Let's see. let that play for a second. All right, that's the first one. And then let's go to the second one is an electronic music sample from the UK, 1981. This might be my favorite one of the evening. Yo, Daryl Matthews, you're wild with these boots, bro. I don't understand. But I'm not about to quit and go put on some boots right now, dog. I got some slides on. All right, and this was the second sample. And then that third one was... And then this the third one. So which one y'all rocking with the most? I think I'm rocking with that second one the most. Mo Squad 213. You wildin'. You don't even know me. How can you miss me? You know? You just be going on people's lives wildin'. I'm guessing so. Actually, this might be my favorite one, to be honest, out of the three. I like number 2 a lot though. But yeah, y'all, I hope you're having a beautiful Friday, as am I. We just kicking back. I hope y'all being safe tonight. Not going too crazy out here. Mo Squad, go find you somebody to hug. Daryl Matthews, I hope you out the hospital, bro. But no, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And Daryl, I'm gonna make sure that my boots is laced tight. Actually, I like my boots a little loose, I'm not gonna lie. Because I only wear Timberlands when it comes to boots for the most part. But no, I hope y'all have a good evening. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay amazing out there. It's the only choice you got. It's the only life you got, you know? But again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and you know, catch me next time I go live. We'll get another 3 samples for y'all. This Loopin the third, and I'm out.